What's good, YouTube and TikTok? It's your boy Willie Way back with another NBA content video. In this NBA content video, we're gonna be talking about the atrocious performance Bradley Beal had against the against the Celtics last night. So the Celtics destroyed the Phoenix Suns 123-102. So before I talk about this game, which is, oh my goodness, it's actually crazy. Anyway, Bradley Beal this season averaged 17 points, 3 rebounds, 4 assists on 50% from the field, 39 from the three, 81 from the free throw. As a third option, if you're looking at that, you like, yo, that's pretty good. But when you watch like how Bradley Beal plays with this team, like his his playmaking is not the best. He's always off and on. You never know when Bradley Beal's gonna play like Bradley Beal. And if you look at his career, you like, yo, it's not a bad career because, like, if you look at his career, he has a 2021 All NBA third team. He made three All Star games, and he made All Rookie first team in his rookie year, obviously in 2013. If you look at that, and also his best season of his career, he averaged 31 points, 4 assists, 4 rebounds, 48 from the field, 35 from the three, 84 from the free throw. If you're looking at that, like, yo, he had a pretty good, career, like individual career, than like most players. But when you look back at Bradley Beal, when I look back at Bradley Beal, I can't speak for everybody. When I look back at Bradley Beal's career, like, his time with John Wall, it was pretty good. But when John Wall got hurt, it went downhill from there with the Wizards. They tried to make Bradley Beal the guy. Bradley Beal, I always felt like at best he's a second or third option on a championship team in his prime. But if you look at his, the time, like his best like seasons and his respectable years, like, he's just on a bad team putting up great numbers. Like I used to think, I feel like people didn't really give him a real chance and put him on a real championship team. But like I generally feel like he really he's stat stuffed in his best years in Washington. Even though, I don't blame him for it. If I had the opportunity to be the guy for a bad team, I'll take the risk and, get my bread. I feel that. But that Wizards stint showed like he was just putting up great numbers on a bad team because it doesn't equate to a good team. And trust me, the Sun stuff that's going on, like in the locker room, the environment, the system, it's not Bradley Bill's fault. It's not Bradley Bill's fault. I feel like it's the Suns organization fault because they thought getting Bradley Bill was gonna fix their problems. I'm not saying Chris Paul, godly and all that, but you gave up Bradley Bill for that. You gave up Chris Paul for Bradley Bill, and Bradley Bill was supposed to be scoring, a little bit of passing, but they thought D Book was gonna be a point guard. D Book, Bradley Bill, and Kevin Durant, they all need the basketball. They all need the basketball. And everybody that needs the basketball, it never equates a good way. It never ends in a great result. They got swept because they didn't have a point guard and their defense is atrocious. Anybody could score on the Suns. Their defense is suspect. So I blame this, Bradley Bill is in the full too because he does have games where he's never, important, or he just can't score at all sometimes, or like he don't really do none on both ends for the Suns to win. But the Suns organization exposed his weaknesses to the ultimate high. But this is bad. 1 point in a blowout. 1 point in a blowout. You couldn't make one shot. I feel bad for Bradley Bill because they about to kill him. Like they about to violate him in on Twitter, bro. Everywhere actually. But sadly, it's low-key his fault too because he could have left to go to a better situation. But he talking about he loved Phoenix. He don't want to move. I'm like, bro, you was in Washington. Like talking about I don't want my family to move, bro. What? Come on, bro. I know it's mad the teams that Bradley Bill could respectfully like play on. He could get respectable numbers on better teams. This Suns team they're done. They're cooked. So, what y'all think? Do you think it's Bradley Beal's fault that he's playing this bad, or it's the Suns system and organization, or is it Mike Budenholzer? Let me know in the comments. I'm out here.